Hi, nice to have you here again, and hope you have been enjoying the training so far. So, today we want to talk about website development and what's a website, how do you build a website, what do you need to build a website, how does a typical website look like, and everything that you need to know about website building. And as a digital marketer, one of the things or one of the platforms that you can leverage on for anything at all is a website. A website is also a owned media, right? It's one of the platforms that you own, other unlike social media. Social media is not owned by you. You can wake up one day and your account is deleted. You can wake up one day and your account is suspended. Your account can be hacked, and you have to also play by the rule of the owner of the platform, right? If Mark Zuckerberg decide that today he doesn't want this on his platform anymore, it is being yanked off. But a website is where you can do all the things that you want to do the way you want to do it, and nobody tells you what to do, basically, although there are rules guiding internet usage and whatever. But yeah, it allows you more liberty than what you will find on a media that belongs to another platform, right? So we're going to be looking at what a website is, basically. So what is a website? How does a website looks like? That's what we are going to be looking at in today's video. And how do you access a website? You can only access a website through your browser, either on your desktop device or on your mobile device or your tablet or any other device that is connected to the internet and have access or gives you access to the internet. So this is a typical browser that is being used to access a website. This is Google Chrome. We have Safari. We have Microsoft Edge. We have Firefox. We have Opera, and so on and so forth. Those are browsers that you can use to access a website. And what do you need to access a website? What you simply need is a URL. And a typical URL is www. For example, let's say www.instagram.com, right? So this is a website. If I click enter, it's going to take me to an Instagram page, or it's going to take me to Instagram, right? So this is a website. So www.instagram.com. You see this Instagram.com is this is what we call a URL. So a URL is what takes you to a website, right? So there are millions and billions of websites on the internet today, owned by people, businesses, organizations, even governments, everything at all. There's a website that shows you about or tells you more about a product or a brand or an organization. And if they all have one thing in common, you can express yourself as much as you want on your website. You can design your website to be more sophisticated as much as you want. You have the liberty to do anything that you want at all on a website. So if you want to own a website, what are the things you need? First of all, you need a URL. You need a URL and that speaks or that resonates with what you want, right? For example, I love cars. If I say I want ilovecars.com, right? That's the name I want for a website. How do I get that domain? How do I get that URL, right? ilovewebsites.com. So we need to get a domain name for that. And where do we get a domain name? So if we go to Google and just say where to get a sorry, I clicked on the wrong thing. Where to get a domain? Where to get a domain name? So you can get a domain name from a domain name registrar, which is a company that reserves or registers domain names for you. So one popular place to get a domain name is Namecheap, and that's also where we're going to be using in the course of this video to buy a domain name. So we have Bluehost, we have DreamHost, we have Domain.com, and so on and so forth. So the moment you click on one of it, let's click on Namecheap and let's visit their website. Let's see what they have for us. So one of the first thing you want to do to get a domain name, you want to check for the availability of that domain name, right? You want to check for the availability of that website that you want. So there are so many domain name. There's .com, there's .online, there's .org, there's .site, there's .biz, there's .ad, and so on and so forth. And you can see the pricing for each and every of the domain name right here. So before you can buy a domain name, Namecheap is asking you to search for the availability. For example, I mentioned of ilovecars.com. Let's look for that. ilovecars.com. Let's look for that. If that name is available, then we can go ahead to make a purchase for it. As you can see right here, it is available, but the prices that we have right here is not is not it at all. So you just have to you just have to search for the one that is available. For example, let's look at a typical website that is not available. For example, if I say a Pepsi.com, well, of course we know cannot be available, as you can see. So they are suggesting several other options for you. Pepsi.com is not available. Pepsi.ink, okay, that one is available. Pepsi.pro, Pepsi.art, Pepsi.online, Pepsi, and so on and so forth. But the popular Pepsi.com, it is not available. And if you have a website URL that is not available that you would like to buy, you can offer the owner of the website certain amount for them to release that domain for you so you can have it. Like we have here Pepsi.com. It says it has been registered since 1993, but if you want to make offer to the owners of this website, then we can have a negotiation and they can actually sell it if we meet what they are requesting, right? So basically what you need to do here is to search for the availability of a website before you go ahead. So we're going to look for a typical website. Let's just say whodayforyou.com. So we've searched for this, and whodayforyou.com is actually available and is going for the price of $11.28 every year. So once I'm satisfied with this and I've checked for the availability, then I can go ahead to add to cart. So if I add to cart, now one thing you need, two things you need for a website. Basically, you need a domain name and you need a hosting, right? Hosting is where you can have your website, where you can actually do all the backend work and the technicalities that is involved in setting up a website and every other thing that you need, right? So right here, Namecheap is also offering you a hosting plan, and you can buy that together with your domain name before you go ahead to create a website. So now the next thing we need to do is to, so once you have checked for the website that you want, you come here to click on hosting and you click on shared hosting. And one thing I would like you to know before you actually buy a website, make sure that the URL that you want to buy is correct, right? The moment you buy it, you can no longer edit it. You can no longer add anything to it or modify it anymore. It is not Microsoft Word. So you need to confirm the URL that you are purchasing before you go ahead to purchase, or else you are going to have something wrong for life. So a hosting plan. Why do you need a hosting plan? We need a hosting plan for these major reasons, so that you can build unlimited websites, so you can have access to several other tools that will allow you to have a very great website. And the popular one that you need to buy right here is what we call the Stellar Plus. So with the Stellar Plus, you can build unlimited websites. You have unmetered SSD, you have unlimited mailbox, you have an auto backup page, and you have website builder, and you have access to AI tools. Unlike the first one right here that allows you to only build 3 websites and allows you 20 gigabytes SSD, 30 mailboxes, but the Stellar one is going to do you more good than every other plan. And So once we are done with this, you're going to click on get started. Get started. So at the end of the day, so what we have right here in our cart, we have a website domain name, we have a domain name, and we have a shared a hosting a hosting plan, and this billing is going to come every year. So it's the bill per year. So this is so once you're ready and you've confirmed everything that you want to purchase right here, then you're good to go. Then you click on add to cart, and once you're done, it takes you to where you make your confirmation for you confirm your order, right? So with this domain, we've bought a domain registration, we have domain privacy thanks to Namecheap. We have a stellar hosting plan, and we're going to be billed every year for that. And they're also offering you a discount as a first timer, and so many other things that you need to improve your website. Some of them are available for free trials. For example, there's a business mail in case you need a custom email that will go maybe a marketing at whogodayforyou.com or info at whogodayforyou.com or any other email, custom email that you would want. Then this one will allow you if you require a VPN, if you need a premium DNS. So premium DNS is for you to boost the performance with Anycast server. And it's good basically just to improve the speed of things around your website. So many other things, so many other tools that we'll get to talk about in the course of this training, or in the course of this video. In the course of this training that we will not talk about right here. So once you're done with your the things you want to order, then you go ahead to confirm payment. Then it's going to ask you to create an account if you don't have one yet, or you're logging into an existing account. So in your case, you're going to be creating a new account, and once you're done, you put in your details, you put in your username, you enter a password, then you're good to go. So you're going to receive 3 types of mail from Namecheap. First one is a welcome email that is telling you welcome to Namecheap, and so on and so on and so forth. The next one is the one that will show you the things that you've bought already from Namecheap. And the last one, which is very important, is the one that contains the credentials for your website's backend. Then those are the information you need to log into a control panel. It's called cPanel. So a cPanel is where you are going to go to log in and have access to the backend of your website, the domain, and every other thing that you need to do. And you need to keep the cPanel login credentials safely, because anybody that have access to it have access to your entire website. They can either log you out, or they can have access, or if they want to do you bad, delete your website. So it is a credential that you need to keep safely where you can keep it, right? So once you create an account, then you are going to receive all these 3 mails. And for you to access the control panel, it's going to be your domain name /cPanel. For example, we just bought whogodayforyou.com. whogodayforyou.com. So if I want to access the cPanel, I just add /cPanel. Then once I click enter, it's going to take me to the login page. Oh, sorry, I did not type that well. Okay, let's do that again. Okay. So whogodayforyou.com /cPanel. What's happening here? Okay, let's try another route. Okay, let's try another route. You just come here, you do an account login. Then once you do an account login, then you have access to a place like this. So this is where you're going to input your cPanel credentials, then you have access to the backend of your website. So once we do this, in the next video, we're going to be showing us how we're going to install WordPress. Now, WordPress is a content management system, and in the next video, we'll get to talk about it more and how you can use it to build a very wonderful website. Thank you.